Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. Let's talk about some little hints that Kabam dropped inside the live stream here, which was yesterday. Big live stream, at least in my take, because they gave us a lot of information. Okay, so let's take a look.
Having Solvar enter at that time means that he's taking the place of another champion, just like Lumitrix did.
That's right.
And who replaced Lumitrix?
Lumitrix was replaced by Galen in our pre-release bundle and also the Titanpool. Now,
That was a big deal.
it was a big deal. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. I'm pretty excited for it. But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But just keep in mind that is going to be happening again. You have to stay tuned.
I wonder who that is going to be.
We will see.
Yeah. Okay, well, let the guessing begin. I'm already seeing a lot. It's not magic.
It's not magic.
All right. So here's my theory. I think it's going to be Doom. I think it's finally time. Kabam has hinted to Doom a ton. And I think they might be doing Doom as a 7-star now. And it just kind of seems to work perfectly, especially with the Fantastic Four, the villain, the enemy, so I think this is going to be the Doom we're going to finally see. And then, so if you're thinking you're going to want to chase that guy and have him in your deck, 7-star, especially with the addition of a Human Torch. I didn't expect Human Torch to come in so quickly, but Kabam already announced that as well. And that they did through the Heat Wave, which is the 4th of July deals. They mentioned that Human Torch is coming. I do believe that he's going to be a web store milestone tracker. So as you can see it here, I truly believe it's going to be one of those things, unless he is like some kind of unit-based offer solo event and he's like the final milestone. So one of those two ways is going to be the way we're going to be able to get a 7-star Human Torch. And having the counter, one of the best counters out there in the science class for Doom, ideally, I think it just makes sense to release Doom into a 7-star and just have the whole, and just close out the whole, like, it's available in game already. The Fantastic Four are available, the villains are available, so might as well just give them out, drop them out. It's just a good moment to drop them out. What do you guys think?
But he was just kind of like, Doom, that's a really great animation. Except he didn't say but Doom was in the animation, but it's pretty.
Another hint that it might be Doom. I'm probably stretching out a lot there when it comes to dropping hints on who's the next champion. But I truly think that Doom is probably going to be the one that gets added to it. So, like I said, they gave us a lot of information. Not only do we know we're getting, Human Torch as a 4th of July kind of a deal, we're also getting Mr. Fantastic. And out of the two science champions, we're getting, because they didn't mention anything about Invisible Woman. I'm sure she's coming as well. But out of the two that they mentioned that we're going to be able to get, I'm a bit more excited about Mr. Fantastic. I feel for me at the state of the game right now that I'm currently playing, I enjoy Mr. Fantastic a lot more, or will enjoy Mr. Fantastic a lot more because of the dual threat features. He can be very, very annoying on defense with the evade mechanics. And so I do kind of can't wait to get them and also like rank them up, because they give us a part of the event. It's going to be a 2 to 3 and a 3 to 4 rank up gem, which is extremely interesting on it. And we can get some information here.
Saga Chase, I'm pretty sure we have a clip to watch for this as well. Kabam Riggs, can we get that clip?
Obviously, class advantage, but
In the head, took him to rank 4. Check out what rank 4 Mr. Fantastic can do. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this heavy attack. Ready? Boom! 97k! And a solid 68k on the final hit of the special one. That's actually ridiculous. He scales insane as a 7-star.
You gotta get a little bit of a good RNG to get the crits, but that still doesn't take away that he's a great
I'm pretty excited for this.
Champion.
Really excited. We also have a beautiful graphic by our very own Cat Murdoch. Shout out if we can get that up as well. Look at this all the time. We hear you guys. It's a little confused.
Okay, so here's kind of the layout on the pieces that we're gonna need to get them. And as you can see, we have at the bottom some kind of like graphics and some images that Cat used to kind of give us some of the information to be able to get it. So you got a rank up gem 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and a 3 to 4. So meaning, the footage we're getting, you're eventually going to be able to get this guy to rank 4. Now, to redeem for the 7-star, it looks like we need 100 of these items, and then to redeem a 6-star is 20, which is a lot of people have a 6-star or are chasing a 6-star or can get a 6-star more available now inside the game in 2025. But here we have all the items and that we're going to be able to get. So as it looks, it's going to be all the way until September. So, when it comes to saving resources for this specific champion, you really don't have to. You can kind of just let the event give you the resources, because it looks like it's going to be like the rank up gem, it's going to be in there. But I feel like we're going to be able to get him as a 7-star fairly quickly, especially if it's going to be like a trade-in option for redeeming those items that we're going to be able to kind of acquire throughout the game. So in June, the Trader's Outpost store is going to give you 5. As you can see, the Outpost store, make sure you're on that. You get 5 basically every single month. You can kind of see it here. Let me just point it out. You see it there. And then you got Battleground Season 29. You're going to be able to get 5 as well. Captain Britain's Double Track. So here's another reason why you kind of want to go invest, a little bit of cash. We're not talking hundreds of dollars, but a little bit. And so I do believe that the Double Track is going to have a lot of value, especially now that Mr. Fantastic and Captain Britain are being added in there. And then you got July Trader's Outpost as well again. Battleground Season 30. So it's quite easy just reaching the Gladiator Circuit. You get 5. So then we got there's going to be in July an encounter showcase. We kind of already dropped that information. Like I said, they dropped a lot of information inside this live stream. Incursion Saga sectors. So we know that's coming in July. Special gameplay objectives. Future Foundation event. So that's interesting. That's something new in August. And Rebirth event. That is where we're going to see a lot of items, resources for it. So that's going to be probably difficult end game content there. The Trader's Outpost again, and then Trader's Outpost in September, and then the last Battleground season. So tallying all these up gets you to roughly about 110. So more than you need for the 7-star redemption. Now, getting them awakened, I don't know if it's going to require there's probably going to be some sales, some like daily sales or weekly sales that we're probably going to be able to get this guy. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing as like Lumitrix, that you can kind of get him multiple times, maybe twice, 3, and just be able to get him awakened. I do believe that his awaken ability is super important as well. So as you can see here, his awaken ability, the second bullet point just reads, Mr. Fantastic can gain an additional flat 20% chance to evade any unblockable attack. This increases by 3% every time the opponent starts an unblockable hit, capped at 50% for basic attacks. And then Mr. Fantastic offensive combat power rate is increased by up to 50% for each careful study passive on the opponent. So having that awaken ability on the combat power rate is kind of be really, really good. It gets you faster to your special 2s, to your special 1s, like just everything in general. So I believe back then when we did some like game testing of him, noticeable difference at SIG 50, which is really good. So like I said, I can't wait to get this. The amount of debuffs he applies, the amount of evade, like just like I mentioned, the evade system. Like the evade system is crazy. 5% chance to evade for each non-damaging debuff on either champion does not trigger during well-timed blocks. And that is increased. That's why he becomes a very, very annoying defender. So it's for each non-damaging debuff. So he can easily be at like 60% chance, 50% chance to evade, and you're just gonna be like, dude, this guy evades every single hit. Like every other hit, he's evading the hits. So ultimately, guys, like I think like there's a lot of good information, a lot of dropped hints, a lot of mystery. We still haven't even talked about the other one that the Alliance War Defenders, or the I think it's I forget what it's called, Rebirth. I think it's this one, right? There's an event that's coming. No, that's an event that's coming in actually a couple of days, and they're placing a lot of defenders in there, which I believe if I find it. Well, we'll talk about this in another video. But yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on this? We didn't even talk about Captain Britain, all that stuff. Like, there's so much to cover inside this event, you know. But ultimately, if you're watching this and you did not know, just heads up, guys, there is a promo code MCOC June, just so you're aware of, in case you missed it. And congrats to all the giveaway winners. You know, I never participate on this. I should start doing so, because having a Titan Crystal, you know, an additional one to open, especially right now when the batch is coming to change in like just a little over a week, is huge. All right, guys, take care, man. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I was really excited. If you didn't catch the live stream, we really talked about it for like almost 2 hours straight. Just talking about everything, and we're still going to continue that today, Saturday. So stop by the live streams if you can, and yeah, let's share your thoughts with everybody in the community. And then yeah, this is exciting. I'm super excited for the month of June, going into July. We got a lot of cool stuff, cool champions coming. Yeah, we'll make a separate video on who I'm kind of leaning towards when it comes to both the new June champions. You know, not forgetting all the exciting champions and champions that we already have released in 2025, from January to now. So yeah, take care, guys. Drop a like on the video. Peace.